Well, hello, boys and girls. Mr. B here again for a math flipped video for you to practice tonight or independently tomorrow in class. I recommend doing it tonight if you get time because that'll make life easier for you tomorrow. This one's going to be a little bit different. Rather than just taking notes, where you are still going to take notes, but you're also going to practice math things afterwards. So we're actually going to get started with one of the very first things that we're going to be learning about, which I didn't talk about in the overview video, but we're going to start on patterns. So I'm going to share my screen with you a while. All right, with patterns, let's see, let's use my pen and let's use a nice green. Whoops, sorry about that. So the pattern says, what is the next number in this sequence? So what we need to do is figure out the pattern. So from 2 to 5, we could add 3 is how we get there. So it's 2, 4, 3, 4, and then 5. So that's plus 3. So let's check if that works over here. From 5, 5, 6, 7, 6, 7, 8. That would also be another plus 3. Oh, that got real big there. And then from 8 to 11 would be 8, 8, 9, 10, 11, so that's another plus 3. So we can say that our sequence, our pattern, is plus 3. So from 11 plus 3 would give us 14. So that makes that pretty easy. That's a pretty basic version of that. Now sometimes it'll get a little bit more advanced. Let's switch to this and let's use pink. I like pink right now. It says what would be the 6th number in this pattern? We see we have one number. Oops, I want my pen tool. We have 1, 2, 3, 4. So if we find the right next number, that's going to be 5. But we want the 6th number, so I'm going to draw myself another line here, and then I'm going to make 6. So I need to find the 5, the 5th number, and the 6th number. So let's figure out my pattern. From 45 to 40, I dropped, so I subtracted 5. From 40 to 35, I subtracted. And then from 35 to 30, I subtracted again. So now I know my pattern is minus 5. So the first step that you always need to do is that you always need to find your pattern first. And then after you're done with that, then you need to figure out which number you want. In this case, I want the 6th number because it says it right. Whoops. It says it right there. And then this last step is subtract, add, multiply, or divide until you get it. There we go. So let's switch back to my pen tool. So from subtracting 5 again would give us 25. But that's not my answer because I don't want the 5th number, I want the 6th number. So I subtract another 1, another 5, and that would give me 20, which that looks like a 26. So that's 20. So now my final answer here would be 20 because I found the 6th number. So it's easy as 1, 2, 3. Find your pattern, figure out which number you want, subtract, add, or multiply, divide until you get it. I like to draw the little lines like I had drawn here. I had drawn this line right here and this line right here. That just helps me stay on track. So now it's your turn. What would be the 8th number in this pattern? So I want you to pause the video here and solve it. So hopefully you paused it, and let's work through this. Let's use, did I use green on the last one? I used green on the first one. Let's go with red here. So from 3 to, I want my pen tool. From 3 to 14, that's adding 11. From 14 to 25, that's adding 11. From 25 to 36, that's adding 11. So the 8th number in the pattern, I have 1, 2, 3, 4, so that'll be 5, that'll be 6, that'll be 7, and that'll be 8. Hopefully you did that step. So now we add 11, plus 11 would give me 47, add 11 more, that would give me 58, add 11 more, that give me 69, add 11 more, and that would give me 80. So my final answer here, let's circle that, and I think that's brown. My final answer here would be 80 because it would, that's the 8th number, and I continued the pattern. Now, if your final task here, you need to figure out let's go 6th number. Now we did 6 already. Let's do 5th number in this pattern. And your pattern is going to be 2, 4, 6, and then figure it out. That's a pretty easy pattern. So if you want a little bit more of a challenge, this will give you 5, 12, 19. That one's going to be a little bit more challenging. So figure out which one you want to attempt, find the 5th number in this pattern, and then let me know. So make sure you pause it here so you can get those numbers and figure it out. All right, so that concludes our video for today. So, it's 5 o'clock. I told you I had a meeting at 5 o'clock, so I need to switch over to that meeting. So I will see you guys later. Keep rocking.